I don't get it. Like, I really, really don't fucking get it. And you know the topic at hand that we're going to be talking about is the Order 1886, man. And the hypocrisy, the controversy, and everything surrounding this game right now. Everyone's talking about it, you know. First of all, before the game even came out, we were talking about the length of the game. Like, that has to do with anything about quality. You know, if the game is short, it's short. If you don't think it's worth $60, it's not. But I don't think necessarily the length of the game should affect the quality of the review of the title. So out the gate, before this game was even dropped, it was getting hate. Now, we're gonna fast forward to when it's released. And we start to see these review stores come out. Some of them are giving it an 8, but majority of them are giving this game a 6.5 or lower, which is something I don't understand. For me, when a game scores 5 or less, it's because it's fundamentally flawed in some sort of way, mechanically flawed in some sort of way. Bugs, glitches, whatever it may be, that's when I'm thinking a game should get a 5 or less, when it's broken. Which is not the case with the Order. The Order is well polished from beginning to end. Has great storytelling, great gunplay, great fighting mechanics. So I simply don't understand where some of these low scores came from. Another thing that I don't understand about this game, or better yet, not something about the game, but we're going to talk about the gamers. How we can be selective in what we like and when we like it. And I'm going to go into the whole QTE part of the Order. It's funny how in certain games, gamers love QTE. Games like The Walking Dead, The Wolf Among Us, Rise, God of War, love QTEs. But then all of a sudden, when it comes out in the Order, there's an issue or there's a problem with it. You don't like QTEs anymore, which is something I don't understand. Because it's not like the Order does QTEs bad. It's not just a one-button click all the time. There's certain situations that you're put in where you have a choice, sometimes 3 different choices of what you can do. So it's not like it's a bad QTE system or it's implemented in a real bad way or implemented too much. This also leads into my other issue that I have with people and how they view the Order. Because I've been in a ton of conversations with people in the comments section on, you know, various videos about 1886. And people seem to think that they have a great idea of what the game is, which is fine. But it's like they almost think they experienced the game because they watched it on Twitch or they saw somebody go through and play the game on YouTube, which is kind of crazy to me. Like, you could watch something and get a general idea of what it is, but you don't watch a car review and say, oh yeah, I've driven the car, I know what it is, I know how fast it goes, I know how it feels. No. So I don't understand why everybody is generally talking about the game like they've played it before. Oh, the game sucks. Oh, or the game sucks compared to Gears of War. But this is another part that I find to be hypocritical of some of us gamers. How we try to compare a game to another game, but then we don't compare studios and how long they've been around, if they're an indie studio, if they're an indie development team or not, how much money they have to put into these games. And that's where the order kind of shines to me, because I could look at them and be like, this was a small team that was put together in 2003, made 3 PSP titles. It was like, what, Jak and Daxter, and the 2 God of War games that came out on the PSP. And then their first AAA game seemed to put a lot of developers that have been in the industry with higher budgets to shame. But no one talks about that, right? Like, no one's giving them the benefit of the doubt that they're just starting. Instead, we sit there and we bash it. No one is looking at the fact that Ready at Dawn made their own engine from scratch to get what they saw as a vision on screen. We seem to skip all that. We can't compare that. We can only compare the games. So in closing, I'm not gonna say that I necessarily feel great that the game scored bad. I'm glad that this game is probably gonna be the one that's gonna expose the journalist review side as just opinion pieces, because that's exactly what they are. They're just another person's opinion. Well, that was my rant and how I feel about the Order 1886 and things that are going on in the industry, man. Shout out to the whole glitch community. Shout out to Tony the Tiger, Baltimore, David Maddox, the crazy boy Madonna Saigon. And I'm gonna holler at y'all later, man.